Gold. It's not only beautiful, but essential to the modern world. Global economies are built on it. Our advanced technologies can't be built without it. Airbags, cell phones, computers, cameras, virtually every electronic device in your home or office contains gold. It is a vital part of everyday life and the road to future prosperity for mature and developing nations around the world. 2009 was one of GoldCorp's most successful years, led by our 6 growth strategies and delivered by the collective efforts of 14,000 employees and contractors to meet and exceed our company goals. Strong and safe production throughout our mines created a solid foundation, while our next generation of growth projects progressed on time and on budget. Our outstanding results in 2009 reflect these achievements and position GoldCorp for a strong 2010. Red Lake grew its reputation as the world's richest gold mine with improved production and took a big step towards securing the future with the completion of a new drilling platform that will enable extensive exploration of the deep high-grade zone for the first time in several years. Further enhancing long-term production prospects at Red Lake was the commencement of a plan to drive a 5-kilometer drift across unexplored ground deep in the heart of this prolific gold district. The drift will access the Cochiner deposit at depth, while rehabilitation of the historic Cochiner shaft will access the upper portions of the deposit. Also in Ontario, Porcupine Mine was the second largest producer of gold in the entire company. Production success at Porcupine was matched by significant exploration success, as new gold zones were discovered, prompting an important capital investment to more efficiently access this future production. 2 young cornerstone assets hit their strides during the year, with Los Filos in Guerrero State becoming the largest gold producer in Mexico and adding major new gold reserves. Marlin in Guatemala achieved record production at very low cash costs and also saw great exploration success. But the biggest story of the year was the mechanical completion and first concentrates production at Peñasquito in Zacatecas, Mexico. Opened officially by Mexican President Felipe Calderón this past March, Peñasquito is destined to produce an average of 500,000 ounces of gold per year. And by employing over 2,000 local men and women, families no longer have to be separated in the search for sustainable work.
We have a job in here. We have really great opportunities. I used to live in USA and came back, and it's a pleasure to be near to your house, in your country.
Pues más que nada aprovechar la oportunidad que se nos está dando, ya que durante mucho tiempo este lugar estaba aislado, no había fuentes de trabajo, tenías que emigrar para poder trabajar. Y pues aprovechar la oportunidad que se te está brindando ahorita y que puedes estar cerca de tu familia, darles buenos rendimientos tanto a tus hijos como a tus padres.
Record growth, blockbuster projects, strong partnerships, and improved safety. So what's next?
Following from 2009, which was very much a year about execution and doing what we said, we look at our operations and say, okay, well, now that we can do that, let's do it better and smarter.
At GoldCorp, safety is a part of our culture. It's a way of thinking, a way of doing business. Our commitment to safety is reflected in our performance numbers. 4 straight years of reductions to our lost time injury and all injury frequency rates. In 2009, Marigold passed the 1 million hour mark without a lost time injury. Musselwhite won the prestigious firefighting award at the Ontario Mine Rescue Competition, with Porcupine winning the first aid competition. In Mexico, Los Filos was recognized with the 2 highest safety achievement awards that GoldCorp bestows, while San Dimas placed first in the Mexican Mine Rescue Competition for the 4th consecutive year.
La seguridad es muy importante porque nos enseña a valorar a nuestra persona y aquí se nos da el equipo de protección para cada una de las partes de nuestro cuerpo.
We have developed the fact that there's 3 components to our safety system. It's not just about having procedures, things that tell you how to act. Act is one of them. Thinking is another thing, and that's thinking about what we do and identifying risk before we actually act. And ultimately, we have to care about what we're doing. And if we think about how families behave, they often behave very, very safely because people are caring and looking out for each other. And that's what we're trying to bring.
Partnerships make our success possible. In 2009, GoldCorp's relationships with local communities and organizations grew even stronger. San Martin continues on its road to post-closure sustainability. Chickens, pigs, and cattle are all farmed on the former mine site, providing functioning ecosystems, sustainable jobs, and skills training to the people of the Siria Valley. The centerpiece of the property is the Ecotourism Center, complete with hotel, pool, sport field, and nature trails. Pilot projects for biofuel and biomass are also currently underway.
One of the great things I've seen over a fairly long career in the mining industry is the integration of environment into the business of mining. That's very, very important because it does two great things for us. Firstly, it reduces risk because we understand that risk, we can put controls in place. And secondly, it reduces our ultimate liabilities.
Environmental responsibility is a priority for GoldCorp. We are a signatory to the UN Global Compact, as well as a member of the International Council on Mining and Metals. We are proud that our Musselwhite and Marlin mines received International Cyanide Management Code certification, and Marigold Mine received its recertification in early 2010. In Mexico, numerous outreach programs were introduced around the Peñasquito project, along with adult literacy programs at San Dimas. GoldCorp helped build new schools and hire new teachers in Guatemala, while our partnerships with the local First Nations in Musselwhite and the Cree at Eleanor continued to grow through skills training and long-term job opportunities.
Y él me ayudó y todo, o sea que haga de cuenta que yo viniera a Peñasquito para nosotros, viniera a Peñasquito desde que iniciamos. Sí, porque haga de cuenta que aquí no hay trabajo. ¿Qué tal si más adelante y vamos a acomodar más señoras? O sea que haya fuente de empleo aquí mismo.
Antes trabajaba tal vez quizás en la finca, pero ahora gracias a Dios que pues, vine a la empresa, entonces ya trabajaba, ya luchaba en mi vida, entonces espero que ellos trabajen allá para que así nosotros salimos así favoreciendo nuestro trabajo.
One of the key elements is really just openness and honesty and creating an open door so that people can feel that they can come to the mine and talk to them about their concerns and then responding to those concerns as best as we can. For 2010, we're going to continue to strengthen those partnerships and increase our communication with our local communities.
Four elements continue to drive GoldCorp's success. We are the fastest growing senior company in the gold industry, with over 50% growth in gold production planned over the next 5 years. We are efficient, the lowest cost senior gold producer, with a cash cost of just $295 in 2009, and continued low costs expected in the future. We have one of the sector's strongest balance sheets, allowing us the financial flexibility to take advantage of new opportunities. And we continue to develop our operations in stable, safe jurisdictions. Taken together, along with our focus on safety, environmental performance, and our commitment to our communities, these factors form one guiding principle: sustainable prosperity for all our stakeholders.
The way I tend to think about our future, or the company as a whole, is that we have a combination of very strong current production at low cash costs and meeting projections that we've provided to the market that's driving strong margins and strong cash flow. We then have a 5-year plan that provides 50% growth and up to 3.8 million ounces production. That's very achievable. And we're also now working on what comes later for GoldCorp. How are we going to continue to sustain and supplement that success over the longer term?
Globally, 2009 was a challenging year, but in the face of one of the most turbulent economic periods in history, where other companies were simply trying to survive, GoldCorp thrived. We owe our success to the passion and dedication of the over 14,000 men and women of the GoldCorp family.
Being able to see from point A to point B the development in careers and the development in opportunities among community members is, I think, the most rewarding and most exciting thing about my job.
What's next for GoldCorp? Unmatched efficiency in production, expansion of reserves through responsible acquisitions and organic growth, continuing partnerships with the communities where we work and live, and, most of all, sustainable prosperity for all our stakeholders.
Sustainable prosperity, at the end of the day, when we leave a particular area, when we move on, what we leave behind is in no way detrimental to local communities or the environment.
We need to be responsible and responsive to the people who we operate with.
Sustainable prosperity is a very core value and a core way of explaining why we're in business.